Is it possible to tap away overthinking? Well, I have to give that a yes and a no. Yes, in that you can use EFT tapping to help give you some relief from the hamster wheel that your brain is on, and no, because you can't ever really stop thought from happening, but you can create a new relationship with it. Let's get right into some tapping for this. This is part 1 of 2 videos to help with overthinking. And by tapping along with this, you agree to take responsibility for your physical and emotional well-being. So let's start by tuning in to whatever you notice is on your mind that you're overthinking about. What is there right now? Is it something that you just know you're an overthinker, so you wanted to tap along with a video? If you can, bring something up that you know you're mulling over. Close your eyes, tune into it, and notice, if you can, kind of how much mental space that takes up when it really gets revved up and going. Does this overthinking problem take up 60% of your mental space, of the mental pie? Is it 20%? How much is it taking right now? And how much does it normally take? And just notice that. I want you to also notice how you feel about it. Do you feel worried about it, anxious about it, frustrated? Is it annoying you that you can't stop that spinning? Just notice it for now. And know that there's nothing wrong with you. So tapping on the side of your hand, just repeat after me, even though I'm an overthinker. Apparently that's what I do. That's what's happening. And maybe I'm okay. Even though I'm doing a lot of overthinking. That's what's showing up. And I may or may not know why. And you may tap faster than this or more slowly. Do what feels correct for you. Even though I'm in this hamster wheel of thought, and I feel, and just name how you feel about it. That is what is happening right now. And I don't like it. That's why I'm watching this video. And that's okay. All right, tapping on the top of the head. I'm overthinking. Inside of the eyebrow, here I go again. Side of the eye, wind up my brain, and there it goes. Under the eye, I acknowledge that this is happening. Under the nose. And I give myself permission to get curious about it. Chin. I wonder what this is about. Collarbone. I wonder what stories I'm making about all this thought. Under the arm. I can't stop this thought, but I'd love to. And the wrist. Thought just comes and goes. That's the nature of it. Top of the head. I wish I could control my thoughts. Inside of the eyebrow. I wish I could shut this down when it starts. Side of the eye. But I can't. It's what's happening. Under the eye. And I wonder what's contributing to this. Under the nose. I wonder if there's something that feels out of alignment. Chin. Maybe there's some truth I'm not letting myself hear. Collarbone. Maybe I'm not listening to my knowing about something. Under the arm. And my brain is coming in to try and rationalize and logic it out, which it does to protect us. And the wrist. Maybe my brain's trying to protect me. Okay, take a breath, shake that off. And that may or may not be your type of overthinking, and that's fine. I'm going to encourage you to also check out part 2 to this video, which talks a little bit more about the different types of overthinking. But for now, just notice what's there, and you can feel free to change the words at any time. And also, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Stephanie Wood, EFT tapping trainer and practitioner for more than 20 years, and the creator of Ultra EFT, which stands for Understanding Life Through Realization and Awareness. And also to note that this and any other tapping videos are definitely not a replacement at all for learning how to properly tap and or to work with an EFT tapping practitioner. So just tapping again on the side of your hand, even though apparently I've got a lot of thought. That's what's happening. And I'm okay. Even though I want this to stop, I'm also open to acknowledging it and to begin listening to my inner knowing and trusting it. Top of the head. Any of the ways that I'm not listening to my gut. Inside of the eyebrow. Any of the ways that I'm lying to myself. Side of the eye. Any situations where I'm unwilling to see the truth. Under the eye. I acknowledge all of that if it's there. Under the nose. And I give myself permission to get curious about that. Chin. Instead of just trying to rationalize it. Collarbone. Whatever's in there, I acknowledge it. Under the arm. And I also get to acknowledge all the stories that I'm really good at making up about it all. And the wrist, because as humans, we're story-making machines. It's what we do, like every minute of every day. Top of the head. And so maybe I'm making even more stories about the thought. Probably. We do it all the time, inside of the eyebrow. And maybe I get to notice that now. Side of the eye. I can't control all this thought. Under the eye. But what if I could be open, under the nose, to creating a new relationship with it? Chin. I'm not my thinking. Collarbone. The thought's gonna happen, whether I like it or not. Under the arm. But what if I don't have to believe it? And the wrist. And what if I could turn the volume down on all that chatter? Top of the head. What if I could imagine that it's like a television in the background, just going and going and going? Inside of the eyebrow. What if I could turn the volume down? Side of the eye. I can't turn it off. Under the eye. But what if I could put my attention somewhere else? Under the nose. What if I could notice other things than that constant yammering? And the chin. Anything in me that says I can't do that. Collarbone. I acknowledge that too. Under the arm. My brain loves to come in and try to figure stuff out. And the wrist loves to rehash and worry. Top of the head. But what if that's mechanical and I don't have to do anything about it? Just take a breath and shake that off. And let's just do one last round, tapping on the top of the head. It's all thought. Inside of the eyebrow. What if it's okay that I'm doing this. Side of the eye. Who would I be if it didn't bother me that I'm having so much thought? Under the eye. Whatever's at the center of this thought storm, under the nose, I acknowledge it. Chin. Maybe there's some nugget in there that I can get quiet to hear or see. Collarbone. Whatever that truth is in there for me, I acknowledge it and I'm open to it. Under the arm. I might not like what's in there. And the wrist, which may be why I'm making stories about it in my head. Top of the head. Maybe there's an action I need to take that I'm not taking. Inside of the eyebrow. Maybe there's an action I'm taking that I need to stop. Side of the eye. Maybe there's something new I need to see about a relationship. Under the eye. Maybe there's a decision or a choice that needs to be made. Under the nose. Whatever it is that I'm not listening to my inner wisdom about. Chin. I give myself permission to listen to my inner wisdom. Collarbone, and to access it in whatever way is appropriate for me. Under the arm. Maybe I need to listen to my gut. And the rest, maybe I need to sleep on something. Top of the head, maybe I need to talk it out. Inside of the eyebrow. However I know a truth for myself. Side of the eye. I'm open to listening to that now. Under the eye. And I also don't have to give so much belief to all my thinking. Under the nose. What if I don't have to believe it all? Okay, take a breath and shake that out. Okay, so check in again right now. If you'd like, close your eyes and just notice all that overthinking and see if it feels any different. Now, if you can, see if it's still taking up that same amount of mental space. If you're still feeling uneasy, you can go ahead and listen to the second part of this video, which doesn't include tapping, but a few simple exercises that you could try. You could also just drink some water and rest after this tapping and notice if it all starts to calm down while it's processing. And finally, if you feel like this is an ongoing, more kind of chronic issue, feel free to book a session with me or one of my colleagues. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, give it a like, and if you have any questions, feel free to be in touch. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy tapping.